On February 25th, 3 pairs of Stuco presidential candidates gathered in the Little Theater to discuss their plans for the future of Oak Park and how they plan to lead the student body. Skylar Small, Bentley Talbert, Melissa Bartlow, Morgan Kendall, and Isabella and Lorena Cangelosi were all asked questions written by students concerning how they would impact both the student body and council.
Mr. Ettinger opened the debate by asking specifically the presidents their first question, which simply was,
What do we need to do to change the school culture and spirit at Oak Park? Keep in mind, what specific changes would you make?
The candidates were eager to share their thoughts.
Basically, I think that we have school spirit, but I think that we need more of it. So I would definitely, put out a word about how people can get hyped for games, dances, any type of school event, and then kind of let people know how they can get excited for it.
Some things I hope to change about Oak Park's spirit and atmosphere is I think the participation energy. First things, I think leading by example. I think that if I show school spirit and if student council shows school spirit, that influences everyone else to want to show school spirit.
I think that the student body needs to share maybe their feedback on what we could do for Spirit Week or whatever. And whenever we are doing Spirit Week or any event, I think we need to let them know weeks advance so they have time to prepare, have time to prep. And if they have any other feedback regarding that, then they can just email student council, leadership, whatever, just so they have an idea of what they want.
What specific things will you change to make the student body's experience at Oak Park more enjoyable? What specific events or ideas do you guys have that would make the student body's experience more enjoyable at Oak Park?
Some specific events that we could do is have more, maybe, mixers, that's what you would say, so that people can have fun and just get together with their friends. And like I said, I think we really need the student body to give feedback to us. We want to know what they want rather than what student council wants or leadership wants. Just so we have a more diverse and different ideas.
I think one thing that we really could change is opening the doors for more people to be in student council, to be more involved. Some things are maybe making more activities. I remember my freshman year going to a student council login, which was initially what got me into student council. I think maybe start more events like that. Edgar once spoke about a midnight call, which is kind of a get together about the fan section, kind of to learn about fan section chants, kind of teach underclassmen what to do, how to be a part of it. I think making more events and getting more people involved is what's gonna kind of get more energy and excitement for it.
We need to be able to tell the student body just the events and how to get excited, so that way they're excited. And then also, just letting people, more people in from the student body into student council, and really just letting them know that they can also be a part of this.
Another thing that I've really thought about would be really awesome is that I know we have all these different diversity councils, and I know that Black History Month is happening right now, and I think one really cool thing we could do is the student council has so many people that really we could be helping with those events. We could have even more events because I was speaking with the council for Hispanics, and one thing they wish they would have done is had a Hispanic Heritage assembly. Well, they didn't end up having one because there just wasn't that many people interested. And I think that's one thing we could have work on is more diversity events. More people in student council that create more of a diverse council, because I feel like there's a lot of people that are kind of the same mindset. We need more people that are different mindsets, because at all the events we could do a lot more.
What is one event that you would hope to look at next year to make big improvements to reinvent or to make more interesting to the student body?
I said was the blacklight dance. I understand we haven't had it yet, but there still were some details that could have been better and improved on. For example, communication wasn't really there 100%, and time management. I feel like there was a lot of times where we were working on things last minute, to where if we started earlier, we could have had more time to then make mistakes that we probably made. And also a lot of decisions that were made weren't really clear with everyone. So we just need to make sure we know everything 100% and everyone's aware of what's going on. And if they'd like to change something, they can.
So one event I would want to change is Platinum Beard, because Platinum Beard is something that's really unique to Oak Park. And I think if we were to get more involvement, more groups performing in the dance or in lip syncing, it would be a lot more fun and more people would want to show up and get involved. And I also agree with Lorena. The Blacklight dance is something that's new to Oak Park and will definitely improve over time.
Light dance, I really think that was one that, because I knew that was more of a leadership project, you know, I would have liked to probably seen a little bit more student, like, you know, people that were underclassmen were involved with it too, because I felt like, you know, like I was glad with helping everyone, and everyone was too. But the other event that I was actually thinking about was the blood drive. Because I know that's like, I don't think people realize the impact of like giving blood really has on like, the community as a whole. Because, you know, it's super important because there's people that are on waiting lists, all kinds of different things and factors. You know, I think that's a really good event, and I think it's awesome that we do that.
We get the feedback that students maybe don't know what we're doing, don't know what's going on, don't know when to show up, or don't know what an event is. So how can you guys better communicate to the student body so that they know what's going on?
I think for sure, like what we said before, is send emails out like in advance, like weeks in advance, so people have an idea of what an event is, describe what the event is. I know some people may not look at their emails, so we should have flyers put up all around the school. I know we have Twitter, we can put it on social media, everyone's on social media, so that'd be very convenient and everyone will know what's going on, how to dress for Spirit Week, what time things start, and stuff like that. I feel like sending out emails way in advance would help a lot with Spirit Week as well, because they have this time to ask questions if they're confused, because I know a lot of my friends come up to me and they're like, what's this about? Like, I don't even know what this is, because they're notified last minute, or maybe it wasn't very clear when we had like posters up to match our theme. So we just need to make it clear and out there so they have all this time.
The biggest thing we can do to promote more activities and events is definitely going to be on social media. Oak Park Stuco has a Twitter account, but not everybody has Twitter, so maybe moving it to Instagram or Snapchat, because almost everybody has Instagram or Snapchat. And just doing that, everybody would know what's going on, and it'd be so easy for people to swipe up and just be like, oh, what's this about? And ask for more details. So I think that would be a big thing.
I know a lot of us are signed up for like Remind or Group Me, especially for classes, you know, so we know assignments are coming up. So I think that if we have one for Stuco specifically to, or leadership, to the student body about upcoming events, Spirit Weeks, I think that if they get notified right on their phone, you know, they get a notification, I think that's a great way to promote ideas and events and just get really, you know, like get people excited.
People don't really like, you know, Instagram all the time or Snapchat, you know, like I think it's also like she said, you know, Remind, getting a text message, because I don't think that anyone really checks their emails. But, you know, I think another thing, too, that we could work on, you know, promoting, like, the advertising and stuff is, you know, working with the Northman News, you know, and stuff, and, like, and, you know, and also promoting watching Northman News. So I think that we really could work with, like, you know, the Northman News to promote the advertising more. And I think that it's also important that the teachers do show it more, because I think a lot of them don't, and they should.